Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode number 9. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Warning, there will be mature language, inappropriate usage of said mature language, and various hand gestures that will be used during this program. If you're not okay with that, then you're going to have a problem. But regardless, welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing? Hello.
Good.
If you got a problem with it, make like a tree and get out of here.
Also, I'd like to interject potential cat licking her own asshole behind us. So I'm sorry ahead of time. She will do it.
That's magical. I like it.
That's my fetish.
We call it the
That's my exact
the epic butt licks session.
Epic
She
butt
does it.
licks.
Yeah.
That's also coincidentally the name of this group.
I think cats do it. They put their leg like straight up in the air like a little flag to be like, everyone over here, there's some ass licking going on. Ass licking, everyone.
This is the cleanest arsehole
Over here.
What's up, everybody? As I'm sure you could tell, we kicked Peachy off the show. We've upgraded and we brought Simply on today. Hi, Simply. How are you?
Should be playing Doc Icarus. So get that voice down very quickly.
Yeah, you're just gonna play Peachy's character. That's fine, right?
Wow, that sounds exactly like him.
Just do this. Science.
Was that Welsh?
There we go. Nailed it.
London.
Aliens.
Aliens, Brian. Aliens. That's all he does, so you're good. It's fine.
We're good.
It's fine. How's everybody doing? How are your weeks? Did you guys have good weeks? Were they enjoyable? Anything interesting and or exciting happen?
I played a bunch of Stardew Valley.
That is fantastic, and also the largest time sink ever.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I played it for Halloween.
One more day.
Yeah.
That's every time I play that game. It's like one more day. One more day. And I'm
Because
like,
I started off with Resident Evil 1, and it just pissed me off so much. Like back and forth, backtracking all the time. Zombies coming back to life after they were most certainly
Wait.
re-dead. And it just... and they come back with claws and stuff, and there's annoying puzzles, and you have an inventory full of shit that you... yeah, I got like 2 or 3 hours into it and went, fuck this, and then I started playing Stardew the next day.
What game? Sorry, I missed the start of that.
Resident Evil HD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not my cup of the tea. No. But Stardew, though.
Well, you never know until you try.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
I'm
Stardew
excited about the multiplayer.
like resonates with every fiber of my being. I fucking love that game, especially when like I feel like when I get really, really exhausted from work, that is like the decompressor game for me.
Yeah, it's so relaxing and bright and bubbly and nice. And I played 7.5 hours of it on Wednesday or something, or Thursday.
That's
Just
it?
nuts up. I was like, just more. Well, I was starting to get really hungry.
That's
IRL.
That's like the warm up. That's like just fishing time.
I know. I was like, I like this Monday. I jumped in the Stardew Valley. I'd be like, what have they done with it? Because I didn't feel like playing ESL, and I jumped into it. And I was like,
I just started ESO and I love it. Just letting you know.
ESL, we should play against each other. So the thing is that like I walked outside my house. I was like, oh, that's how I decorated my house, because it's been like 6-7 months like since I played it. And
I
walked
just started
out
a
and I was
new
like,
one.
I was like, my strawberries have grown, and like I was going through, and I was like, I got them all picked, and everything picked, and I was like, half the day is gone. I need another day. And then I almost started like playing into the other day. As soon as the other day clicked over, I was like, no, let's jump into something else, because I'm gonna sit here and play this until like fucking a billion o'clock in the morning.
That's fine.
It is fine, but like I don't know. I was just kind of jumping around like with game to game. And then Halloween, I played a classic game from Sega CD era called Night Trap.
Ooh.
Nice.
If you guys remember Night Trap was on Sega CD. It was a FMV game. That was like one of the first FMV games. And like you controlled the cameras in this house, and you could like trap these guys called augurs. Like they were like,
you're talking about, it's like super stupid, like story, like the videos are like super cheesy and stuff. Is that what you're talking
Oh
about?
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, I
And
love that.
there's a part in the game where they sing the theme song of the game. Like literally that game is you need a fucking player's guide to beat it, because like they're at 340 you need to be in this room, at 450 you need to be in this room to trap that guy, and you cannot catch the story because like even if you have like a minute break you can like listen to people talk, but as soon as
you
you
get
like
so wrapped up in like what stupid thing is happening in the videos, and you're like, God damn it, they said what the color code is in the other room 5 seconds ago.
I got a perfect game following the guide, and I even trapped the girl.
I
at
would
the end
hope
of it.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what it's for?
Well, dude, no, it's like, oh, I got to jump to this room. I got to jump to this room. Like some of them are like, as soon as you trap this one, you got to go this one and trap that person, or you have to trap them at this time, because if you trap them before that, you lose and you have to start over. And I'm like, like there was some ragey moments.
It's basically like a speed run, almost.
Yeah. But like you can never do it any faster because it's always set at like 25 minutes and 12 seconds. The game always ends at 25 minutes and 12 seconds. It's like a half-hour sitcom that I'm controlling, or like saving the cast from. I don't know. It's a fucking great game. It's $4.99. It's shittily good. That's my recommendation.
Well,
I had somewhat similar gaming experiences. I tried Stories Untold in Halloween, and it was wonderful. If you guys haven't played that,
I watched a bit of that. Yeah.
It's like it starts out as a choose your own adventure text-based 1980s kind of game, and then it goes into this whole crazy story. And then I started Doom yesterday, and my life,
Doom is so good.
I've never played a Doom game, so I'm a changed
newest
person.
One,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the fucking soundtrack is
It's
just
so good.
it's
The whole
really good.
audio like design is incredible.
I would do terrible things to Mick Gordon. I really would. Consensually, you understand? Consensually, but you know, I'd just be there like.
I had to look up who Mick Gordon is.
He's the
Gordon.
composer for Doom.
You're a little
and-
quiet, which is odd, Fuzzy.
Am I?
Oh, you got better. Wait.
Probably because I was facing away from the mic or something.
It's still going like in and out. Maybe your auto adjust is on.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I was
might
gonna
be.
say.
That might be.
Mhm.
Rip.
What nightmare.
Seriously, man, that's the nightmare of every audio component ever. I don't know why that shit gets put in there. I guess it's for Joe Schmo that doesn't understand anything about it.
The
I don't
video
know.
conferencing with the whole room, and everybody
Yeah,
starts
that was the
talking.
right one. Sorry, I
Oh.
fucked it.
Zagaticus,
Sorry.
can you hop back on?
Also, I love that your username on here is butt licking.
You know, I like to.
What, butt licking? I heard. I tuned in at butt licking.
Yeah, I mean
Perfect.
that's the best time to come into the show.
Whack. How do I turn the auto adjust on Zoom off again?
So
I
go to
forget.
your video settings.
Video settings or
Yeah,
audio
video settings. It's the easiest way to do it.
Right.
Video settings, and then go to your audio.
audio.
Automatically adjust.
Right, there we go. That turned it off. There we go. That should
Yeah,
be
and you
fine.
could go
Right.
up a little bit on volume.
Okay. You have to tell me which is right. Is this louder?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool. Right.
Sweet.
There we go.
All right. So, yeah. So that's cool. I mean, sounds like
Doom.
everybody
Doom's
had a
brilliant. Yeah.
somebody had a good time
I
with
injured
various things.
myself. Well, I should say my dog chased a cat on Thursday, and I ended up with a nice hole in my knee and
Oh, no.
some really interesting bruises. But I also went out and met with a bunch of game devs on Thursday night, which was great fun. And I got very, very drunk, which is fun. And I got ripped off for a fucking. I missed the last training and got a hugely rip-off expensive taxi going home, which was not so fun. And then I had a hangover the next day, which was.
And Uber is no longer in.
I've never used Uber in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever had it in Scotland. I don't recall. I think London had it and somewhere else, but no.
They just like canceled that shit recently.
I
right?
have, yeah. No, Uber is still allowed to. In London, basically, they have sort of like revoked their license, but they can still operate because they've done an appeal sort of thing. But yeah, basically, because Uber's kind of dodgy with the way they operate, so they've. Uber was in Glasgow for a while.
Are you having fun with my wire, Boo Boo? What the hell are you doing?
That's why I kick my animals out, because
She's usually
Rocket
really
would
good.
be like right here, like.
Boo Boo's usually really good, but she like she will whine for food even though it's like 3 hours too early to eat for her. And there goes my internet. Check. Hello.
Nope.
Usually,
we still
I got
hear you.
I see you. You're moving.
My connection to Twitch is taking a shit though.
Yeah, your camera's dropping frames in Zoom.
Ah. God damn it,
Oh
Boo Boo.
no.
God damn it, Boo Boo.
Boo Boo, this is what happens when you touch cables. You can't do that.
Yeah, the stream is dropping frames as well.
Yeah, it should be sorted now. Yeah, so I mean, I personally, I was watching you play Doom simply, and I think that I would absolutely adore that game if the melee wasn't required. Like,
It's not really required. You can still shoot and kill things, but that's just my vibe. So I end up meleeing everything.
And once you get the hang of the melee,
it's not the hang of it. It's just for me. It slows the game down. Like you always have to like, okay, like I've got a good position here, but I have to melee. And
Oddly enough, the melee is required in the speedrunning. You use it to clip through walls and stuff. So it's actually faster and doesn't slow it down in speedrunning.
now I just have to become a speedrunner and gain the patience of 1,000 mortals.
The run's actually a really enjoyable one to watch.
the patience of 1,000 Witwixes.
Pretty much. I couldn't do that shit. But we are here today to do some role-playing, believe it or not. Not just bullshit about random stuff. And as exciting and entertaining as that is, as we could probably do it for hours on end, we are here to do some role-playing. So let's do that stuff and the things. Why don't we go around the room and introduce all of our wonderful people here? And simply, I guess when we get to you, we'll introduce your character as we sort of bring it into the story.
Okay.
But yeah, let's go around the room. Let's introduce everybody. Let's start off with McLoken.
Hi, I'm McLoken. You might see me in such films as I played Breath of Fire and I love that game, or What's Fuzzy Doing in the Corner? So yeah, you guys, I'm super excited to play. I love being in this campaign. It's super fun. I was actually, Morris did something on Twitter. I brought it up briefly before the show started. He made a career a judge from Judge Dredd from the comic series. And I was looking at it and reading it, and I was like, oh my God, I wish I could have been that. A Phelan judge would have been amazing. He's like, you have 2 hours. I think he didn't realize that there was a thing either. I was like, the show starts in 10 minutes. Like, this is happening. But yeah, today I'm playing Lieutenant Junior Grade Gavriel Ferris. I'm excited because now I have a conundrum that I'm facing if I want to support the tactics officer or security officer. I can't remember exactly, but or if I want to go against a proposition, which I don't know if we'll get to today. We'll see.
We will see.
That's it.
I don't know. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Fuzzy?
Why, hello there. I'm Fuzzy. I'm completely professional in every way, and definitely do not say inappropriate things ever. I'm also really good at introductions and never ever forget what the fuck I'm on about, or I don't know, stuff. But yeah, I play Betty Bahoop. She's she's a Borean engineer / maintenance person / tease maid / sexual harassment lawsuit on 2 legs. Yeah, she's great. I love her. She's great.
That's a pretty good summation, I think. A sexual harassment lawsuit waiting to happen. 100%.
Probably in the process of
Most common things that Betty hears from other people is, I need an adult.
No, stop it. What are you doing? That's my ass. Bathing suit area. No, bad touch. Why, God, why?
And repeat just different variations of sobbing.
Yeah. It's just like, oh God, how much did I drink? Why?
Mm-hmm.
No, kind of thing. She's great. I love Betty. She's not that bad.
She's not that bad. She sexually harassed the entire ship. Actually, go.
Just on a spacewalk, just like dry humping the fucking engine.
It's a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her.
Why is this hose sticky? Oh God, why?
Speaking of hoses, Zagatagas.
Hey, it's Gorriloid. I'm a hose salesman. um, I play Freak, who's a psychic medic, with a dislike for most people of any sort and non-peoples alike. And he's real fun to play. It's awesome. It's great. And he does cool things with his mind. And I've just been reminded of the song With My Mind by Cold from the game. What was it called? Psyops. You guys remember that one?
Not really. What's that game about?
It's about a guy with psychic powers, and you can set people on fire and stuff. Is it called Psyops? But it's old. Psyops. Come on.
I literally had
The Mind Gate Conspiracy. That's right. Released 2004.
I wasn't born yet.
Oh, shut the fuck up. No.
Psyops. And the song from it, With My Mind, is awesome. And I recommend everyone listen to it. It's by the band Cold, who are not a thing anymore. Anyway.
I remember the band. I don't remember the
Yeah. The song.
Did you say Where Is My Mind? Didn't the Pixies do that?
No,
that's a different
With My Mind.
Oh. Where is my mind?
I know. I'm at that stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the entire Fight Club
movie. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing and interacting with our new crewmate.
Yes, we will find out about our new crewmate here in just a moment. It's funny because I have to turn everything off so you guys can't see all the stuff that is about the stuff. Speaking of stuff, let's introduce Simply.
Hashtag real talk.
Hashtag real talk. Yeah, real talk time. I'll get the Zoom out. I'm just kidding. My name is Simply Jackson. I'm a variety broadcaster. Started as a creative only here on Twitch. I played some tabletop games like Vampire Masquerade and D&D and some Star Wars one when I was like 18 or 19, and then I didn't play again until last year with Domestic Dan running a 13th Age campaign. So I am fairly new to the scene, and I'm excited to get back into it. So if I ask a bunch of questions, that's what I'm going to do. Other than that, I am a rambler, and it's going to be really hard not to ramble whenever we're doing this. So
we don't have any ramblers on this show. It's fine.
No, I know. Concise and business-like, and definitely don't ever go off on tangents for half an hour.
You guys mentioned real talk, and all I can think about is R. Kelly's real talk, rather. Oh my god. Real talk. Was there another man there? It's so good. Oh,
Rocket's not my rambling character. My rambling character is Tomorrow. That Sergeant Buddy Fisher. He can just sit here and talk for like days and days, and should be like, "All right, this is what we're doing."
And Kiki is correct. I'm in love with Jeff Goldblum. Don't steal my man. Thank you.
I saw him first. Okay.
Who isn't? Come on. Talk about aging well.
The tall guy. Have you seen The Tall Guy?
Yeah, the Fly is an amazing movie. I was like, yeah, Jeff Goldblum, you can.
He's all silver fox now. It's like,
I know.
He's
he is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, so I don't know how he is in that.
I haven't seen it either.
I've heard great things, actually. It's supposed to be, I mean, someone said it's like
it's the best
candy.
Thor movie.
Also,
it's like, it's sweet and it's awesome. You enjoy it, but it's full of air. So, but yeah, it's supposed to be a fun watch.
His jumper game was on point. I saw those pictures.
You want to have the jumper game down.
Yeah, I'm also frantically trying to get your player card set up because I totally forgot. There's always one thing.
I didn't even finish my bio. I've gotten to the last like 4 years, and it's just like it trails off. Just like
you have a bio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're already ahead of certain unmentionable cast members.
I wrote like a fucking 3-page backstory about my character, and you were like, "What the fuck?" When I like turned it in.
Well, it's like we rolled character last weekend, and they were like, "Do you want to play today?" And I was like, "I need to get like a weekend character of writing a story and figuring out a voice. Like this has to happen. Like I cannot be here today.
Meta can confirm that like whenever I play a new character, like I'll walk around for a few days, like just talking in different voices.
Yeah, I do the same too.
Definitely been in voice chats like recently playing games, just using the voice without using the voice right now to tell you guys, but it's really fun. People are like, "Are you okay?"
I just pull something out of my ass in about 10 minutes before we start.
That's my plan for the show today,
See,
Fuzzy.
that's how I live the rest of my life. At least.
I get a bunch of options, and I get Mrs. Z, and I run them past her and get her opinion. Then I completely ignore her opinion because, you know.
What's super great?
Why would I listen to a woman?
Since I DM now, like, oh god, wow.
No, don't hurt me.
Also, this is not because she's on fire. We're like, like.
Mrs. E knows all of your weak points. You'd go down.
She's not in the room. That's the only reason I got away with saying that. Something would have flew across the room and hit me.
I'm gonna tell her what you said. I'm gonna message her and tell her what you said.
Stitches get stitches, Fuzzy.
Yes. See, simply everybody's welcoming you in like you've been here forever. Welcome to the show.
I'm taking notes. Fuzzy's gonna try to do phallic things to me. McLookin's gonna rat me out. And then Zodicus is gonna give me an audio library of songs that I should listen to in theme with the show. So
why am I gonna rat you out?
You're the sensible character. You're always the rat.
There's something ironic about the felon being the rat.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll find out what happens today. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I will be dragging these guys kicking and screaming through the adventure today, and I will try really hard not to kill Simply on her first venture out into space with us. But I can't make any solid promises on that. We'll find out.
It'll be my fault.
Yeah, let's hop into things. Let's get this shit show started. If you guys have never seen the show before, Turn Order Warped is the official stream of the What's Old is New RPG. It is broken up into 3 different systems/settings. And we are playing the n.e.w system. It is sort of sci-fi space adventure type of a system, and then there's also different time periods with different systems. There's 3 different ones. There's OLD, which is kind of like your standard medieval style setting RPG that a lot of people sort of associate with like D&D and those kinds of settings. And then there's n.e.w, which is currently being worked on, and I don't know what the release date is on that, but I think it's coming out reasonably soon because Morris is like an insane person that does just the most work. I don't even understand how this person can function on a day-to-day basis. He does he's got like 4 different Kickstarters going. Like
he has a Xenomorph one that I saw.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a family
Which
as well?
reached its
Yes.
goal in a day, by the way, the Xenomorph one. Not even a day, in like an hour or something. It just reached its goal.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
What if I ever make my own setting and my own system? I'm going to channel my inner Morris.
Do you know what? I was doing it at one point a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, I got this idea where your character is basically defined by the jobs and careers and stuff they had, and I was writing it out and everything, and then Mike's like, hey, find this new system we can do for a show, and it was like Morris just took my idea and made it 1,000,000 times better, and now it's just in my Google Docs forever. Never
Forever
to
lost.
exist. Yeah, because it was like when I saw the system, it was just exactly what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'll send a simple plan come out. It's like, how could this happen to me? It wasn't my fault.
But yes, if you've never seen the show before, this is kind of like it's a homebrew setting that I made up with the players and chat. We all sort of determined what kind of adventure that we wanted to go on, and we came up with a colony ship type adventure. They were really interested in the colony ship idea. This is the second season, and the first season we kind of did like a Firefly kind of thing. But this season we're doing a colony ship that is exploring sort of unknown space, primarily because they have sort of gone off the beaten path, you could say. They've theoretically gone 70,000 light years and a different universe away from where they are supposed to be.
Season 1, we got cancelled permanently.
It's just
I don't want to get canceled.
Got to do that Lethal Weapon. Did you see that? What was it? Lethal Weapon 2? Lethal Weapon 2, Danny Glover. Diplomatic immunity. It's just been revoked. Best.
Oh yeah.
That was like the best ending, the best worst ending line ever.
No, the best worst ending line is from the movie Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he throws the main villain dude into a pipe, and it comes out, and it's a steam pipe, and he just goes, "Let off some steam," and then marches off. And it is the greatest.
Let's do a
moment.
face palm count for Simply tonight. That's one. There will be more, I guarantee it. Yes. So if you guys, like I said, we're on a colony ship known as the Arcadia. The cast here are aboard the colony ship, and the colony ship has about around 10,000 people on it. It's huge. The whole thing is about 2.5 kilometers long, and it has a combination of both military and civilians aboard. Its main purpose is to be a colony ship. So the whole thing with it is it has colony pods that are able to sort of detach and deploy from the ship. And the main purpose of the ship, again, is to sort of have research be done on a very serious kind of, I guess, plague, an interdimensional plague of sorts that is occurring and basically wiped out the entire, like... the entire Sol system, which is the system that we as human beings live in right now, and forced people to sort of recolonize. But as they were going through a jump gate, they found themselves 70,000 light years off course, and have now gone into a different universe and a long, long way from where they're supposed to be. So they've met up with 2 different alien races already. One of which is extremely hostile, known by the locals as the Secret, and the race that has been seemingly friendly that they've been introduced to, known as the Gorriloids. I had each of the players sort of come up with alien races, so we still need one from we still need one from McLoken, and I have to give the document to Simply. I didn't want to overwhelm her with more stuff.
I keep like each week, like I always like invent a new race. I'd be like, that'd be a cool race, but then like it's always different. I'm like, oh, what if I made a race like it's highly technical? What if I made a race that's like really primitive? What if I made a race that was like made of dogs? You know, it's just like I don't know. I go on tangents in my brain, and then like I can make a whole like.
That's what dice are for, McLoken. They're known for decision making.
Yeah.
Did you roll in that one? Did it happen?
No, I rolled a 3 and 2 13s, so
close enough. Got a bunch of ones in there. Okay, so
313 sounds like a gang. Yo, 313 represent.
Let's start a gang.
East side of the ship. All right. So the last session, the characters had the chance to meet up with the Gorriloids and sort of learn a bit about them. And Ferris managed to go down to their homeworld and experience the jungles and things about the homeworld. You also had some Gorriloids on the ship. Volcar and Freak got to talk a bit, and you learned a little bit about Volcar, and you learned a little bit more about the Secret, these insectoid-like creatures that apparently have been plaguing the Gorriloids for a bit of time now, and 2 other subspecies of the Secret that you hadn't met before that seem pretty troubling indeed. You learned about the sort of speedy ones that seemingly are able to communicate with the other Secret and travel across both the land and water at high speeds. You also learned about sort of weird energy storage bugs that Dr. Icarus named the EPBs that have sort of egg-like batteries that can be used for both demolitions and power. And you haven't run into these creatures yet, but you've been informed about them. So it was a bit of a session where we did a lot of learning. Don't worry, there will be no learning during this episode. I can assure you.
Science.
Yes, Dr. Icarus is not here, so there will be no learning. None.
I'm sure Betty could learn something.
No, never. So,
Did you know they've got 3? Anyway, yeah.
I think we're gonna go ahead and start. Here. I want to say probably a day later than the last session that we had, because Ferris, you've been sort of stewing about a certain decision that you've had to sort of make. It's been kind of thrust upon you by a higher up, namely the Lieutenant Commander Silas Payne has suggested to you to get on board with an idea that the Gorriloids should not be a top priority for the ship right now, and that we should not have a colony on their homeworld. We don't know much about them, and trying to, I guess, ally with them is a really bad idea. And the politicians have sort of been in a heated debate about this, and he's kind of tried to get you on the same page. So I think it's probably like the equivalent of your nighttime, and I see you kind of tossing and turning in bed. Turn the light on.
Or just tossing.
There's probably a light in my rack, honestly. So there's like a little like overhead light. No, you shut the light off for that, and you need a sock. Also, I'd probably click on the light and see what time it is. Have I slept at all?
Let's have an endurance check from you. Let's do an endurance. I don't know if you can really add anything to that.
I would say
nope.
No. Wait, hold on.
You ain't got
there we go. That was covered up. 3d6. All right.
16. Wow. That's pretty damn good. Okay. So yeah, you have gotten some sleep, but you've had nightmares. Probably about being forced to make these kinds of decisions, and probably more than a few nightmares about your wingman beating the living shit out of you.
Oh yeah, I have PTSD from that now.
Yeah.
I'm So I'm gonna get up and I'm just gonna go exercise around the ship. I'm gonna go run. I'm gonna have a run on the ship and just kind of deal with my anxiety. So I'm gonna put on my running clothes and then just go on the route that I have on the ship. So it's all the way to the forward and then the different way back, and then just kind of it's like a little track I run when I'm stressed out or need to think and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do in my PT gear.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you're going along your run, working up a sweat. Well, I guess a pant, since you're feeling. and you sort of you're making your way around the ship, and you see that Atalanta is doing the exact same thing that you're doing. She's a bit ahead of you, but you recognize her shape as it appears that she's kind of running. And Atalanta has got a very different kind of pace. Like, she doesn't jog, she sprints.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just full-on sprinting through the ship, like, as fast as possible. She's coming the other way.
Is she Forrest Gumping it?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You can hear her grunting, like, the whole
What
time.
does that mean? I've never seen that movie.
Just type Forrest Gump animated GIF in Google.
No, you gotta do Terminator 2, the fucking cop when he's like,
I know that one.
yeah.
Was it John Patrick? No.
Yeah, that sounds right.
John Patrick?
Is it?
David
Sam
Patrick?
Patrick.
I think maybe David Patrick?
Some Patrick, but
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't Patrick Stewart.
Or Neil Patrick Harris.
Have you seen this tea Earl Grey hot?
So, yeah, you can see Atalanta sort of coming the other way. She's kind of like, she's running past, and you can see, like, her eyes kind of go wide, and then she, like, looks straight ahead and starts to run even faster.
Like she's ignoring me?
Yeah.
Okay. I like slow down my pace and go like, and like kind of like raise up my hand, and it just like run past. I'm like,
Yeah, she totally just, like, books past you. Absolutely. She's, like, hauling ass. You can see, though, that she looks directly at you, and her eyes go wide for a second, and then she just keeps hauling ass.
all right. So then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna haul ass after her. I'm gonna book like top speed after her. I don't know what's her speed?
Her speed? I mean,
Yeah.
she's pretty fast.
I'm at a 9.
I mean, you don't know her stat for speed.
Well, I know. So like what I would know if she's fast, like way faster than me. If like I could even like catch up to her.
I don't know. I mean, give me a perception check.
Bam.
An 8. So you can't really tell. So you just kind of haul ass after her. You're just running. She's kind of running ahead of you. And she occasionally like looks back and she's still running like as quickly as she can.
Robert Patrick.
You know what I'll do? I'm gonna trick her. So you know she thinks that can I roll a stealth? And like kind of like take it because I could see which way she's like looking back and like where her peripheral like kind of ends. And so whenever she's moving her head, what I want to do is kind of go in her blind spot all the time, and then kind of like get her in that false sense of security so I can sneak up on her faster.
Yeah, you can give me a stealth check. Agility plus stealth if you have it.
That'd be...
You do have stealth, so that's a 4d6.
Fuck, dude! Get him out of the way. Getting him out of the way. Getting him out of the way.
Those are some 8s. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna.
You're tired, so.
Yeah.
So
You realize you're actually wearing tap shoes for some reason.
So yeah, an 8 on a 4d6. Not great.
No.
And you're trying to be stealthy. You're kind of like trying to bob and weave, and you hear Atalanta kind of yell back. Stop following me!
Stop ignoring me!
Don't you have anything better to do?
No. That's why I'm running.
Well, I was running here first. Run somewhere else.
Why are you so pissed?
Ah! And she like kicks it up like one more notch, and you start to like overtake her. You can tell she's like running full tilt, but you're just faster than her, and you start to catch up. She's about an arm's length away from you.
What I want to do is I don't want to like tackle her. I want to like run to the side of her and just kind of like keep up, like match her pace. So when she gets faster, I just like slowly match her pace. And I was like, what are you doing?
And she says, this helps me sleep.
This helps me think. I mean, if you want to tire yourself out, try to keep up with me then.
Try to keep up with... Ah! And
then I take off.
Yeah, your name starts to take over, right? And you just start to zip forward. And I think that she is probably going to try to stick her foot out.
That cheating bitch.
Did you take reactions? That one that I was talking
Yeah,
about?
I mean, can I do acrobatics?
It's going to be... I'm trying to find out what we're going to roll here. Yeah, I think this is an agility. This is definitely not a strength for her. She gets a 5d6. So you can roll agility plus your acrobatics.
Okay. I was 40.
Woo!
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Oh. Fucking Christ! What the fuck is going on right now?
So a 22 for me and a 7 for Ferris. She sticks her foot out, and you just go tumbling, crashing end over end, and you sort of you're just rolling like through the corridor.
I know.
Ahead of you, as you're trying to stop, a strange looking droid is walking through the corridor. I think now would be a good time to introduce your character simply.
Okay. How do y'all handle character introductions?
So this feline is just kind of plowing through the corridor. What does your droid look like?
Okay, so my character is a small droid, very small. Think like a mix between EVE from WALL-E and R2-D2. Not very humanoid at all, and she has very slow-moving robotic legs that are very wide but not very nimble. So no little arms, just little bulbs on her body that she can like rotate around different like cuffs to getting weaponry or different things out that she needs. So nothing to really defend herself in the situation. So what she's gonna do is look at this feline rolling towards her and go, "Oh well, shit."
Yeah, I mean, with that bad of a roll, I think that's what's happening. Like, I just see that happening, and I'm like, no, and just like plow into her.
Atalanta stops. She puts her hands like on her knees. She's just laughing uncontrollably as you sort of get tumbled up with this awkward-looking droid.
I'm like,
Oh, 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 ow, oh.
wait, how? You have pain receptors? I don't even understand right now. Okay. I'm like, I just try to like set up the robot that's like laying on top of me, because I imagine that's how it ended up. Because I've just had bad luck today, and so I just like pushed the robot up, and I'm like, I'm looking for a designation. Like, what's the robot's name on it? Like,
Do you have a designation written on your frame?
No, but I can see him being curious about it, and I'm like, I have no panel anymore for my registry, but my name is 7H1CC.
7H1C. Like, okay, that's a very unique
You seem
designation.
confused.
Do people call you Thick ever?
I believe at some point my original owner, Louis, called me Thick, but I'm still 7H1CC.
Well, okay, 7H1 CC. you got to be careful. This is kind of a running route.
I'm fairly new to the ship, but I'll take note.
Wait, how you new to the ship?
I think I was booted fairly recently in progress.
Is there a bunch of droids that are out of commission, like currently, that are like in a sleep mode? That get activated?
I would say definitely. I mean, there's not just droids, but there's all various components of the ship that probably are in storage
People,
or
droids.
Yeah,
Okay.
people, droids,
I mean,
everything.
if people get cryo sleepers, then Android should be allowed to sleep as well. It's only fair.
It's a lot
Equal
easier for them
opportunities
too.
and all
You
that.
racist.
Yeah. I don't know how it works, okay? I was just asking. Me as McLokin, not me as Gavriel Ferris, okay? Fuzzy. You're RPist. I don't know. And like what's Atalanta doing right now?
Atalanta is just pointing and laughing, and she says, "I told you, you need to keep watch on your 6."
Well, if I kept watch on my 6, I would have most definitely ran in that person. Unlike someone who had a cheat to win a race.
I am a service droid, sir.
Okay, I understand. It's just a phrase.
Okay.
Do you know what phrases are?
I am very familiar with phrase. Noun. Point of speech. Statement made for purpose.
Yes. Wait, you're a service droid for what?
I was originally a deconstructing droid helping to deconstruct military ships on... Let me roll through. It's been a long time. Sorry, I forgot the name of this planet. I have to actually refer to my bio. Fuck. Oh, Delta Bravo on the Delta Bravo system.
Oh. Why did they wake you up?
I guess I'm here to service people now. I was, unfortunately, in prison and then purchased for this ship route.
You were in prison?
Only for slight smuggling charges. It's perfectly normal.
Were you programmed to smuggle?
Not originally. I was programmed to be a pilot of a smuggling ship.
Oh, okay. Well, well, I'm sorry for bumping into you, Thick. That's just, I'm sorry. I'm trying to clear my
What
head.
were
all
you
right?
running from?
Well, it turned to be in a race, but someone had the cheat, and I'm sorry for bumping into you.
It is fine. Is that something your race does often? Race is?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on if the race in particular is competitive. See, like over there, she's a Spartan. They're the most competitive people I've ever met.
Noted.
How many kills did you get on our last mission, Atalanta?
She takes a moment. 17.
How many more was that over me?
A lot.
See, she always remembers. What about 3 missions ago?
3 missions. 11. But there weren't many opponents then.
Yeah, that was we ran into a rogue squadron that was out and about. I remember that one. I got 5. There was about 16 in that one.
You
She got most of them.
can't count number 5. I still dispute that.
That totally
It was
worked,
4.
right? Okay, I hit it first. It was my kill.
No, it wasn't. The ship was still functioning and was still pilotable. It was making an end run to come back around and shoot you on your 6.
It was not even pilotable because it wasn't moving.
It
6
was moving.
fine.
Your recollection of events is incorrect.
I believe your recollection is incorrect right now.
I am a higher ranked officer. My recollection is always correct.
Oh, we're bringing rank into this.
Yes. And so she touches the wall, like right behind you. She says, I win.
This time. And then I get up and like dust off, and then I make sure the robot's okay.
Thank you.
Android. And like
Racist.
I look at her and I'm like, so where are you going right now?
I stay up at night watching constellations and trying to build puzzles out of them.
What
That
is
sounds-
a puzzle?
Puzzle, noun, convoluted. I don't know how to. Definition, insert, done. I should like have a Google up to like look everything up as I do.
That is strange.
Entertain and train the brain, much like you run to train the body.
You don't have a brain.
I do have a CPU, commonly referred to as the brain of the android.
She looks very confused.
It's like it's a robot brain.
I am not a robot. I am a android. sir.
I'm just trying to layman's terms with her. I understand you're not a robot. So okay, so you're gonna go make. How do you make puzzles out of constellations?
I just scan the sky and end up tracking them in my storage system to eventually chart out into puzzles later for myself and others to solve if challenged.
Do you have one now?
I have many stored.
Oh, let me see a puzzle.
Do you have an access port that I may download them to?
I'm organic. That doesn't work like that. You would actually have to have like a port somewhere. I don't know. I'm looking around. Is there a port nearby that I would know?
Like just some kind of download station? I mean, you could go to like a comm panel or something.
Yeah.
And
With my starship familiarity, I want to go to the closest one. I'm like, come on, let's go.
yeah, I mean, it's there's probably like a comm station like at pretty much every junction or something in the ship, like maybe like every major bulkhead.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that because I'm actually familiar. I want to familiarize myself with the like constellations that she's like taken down, since everything's like unfamiliar. And so like, and then like kind of like analyze them and do that kind of stuff. I'm like, this is fascinating.
Yeah. So what kind of stuff does he see when you show him thick?
Thick.
Deek.
7H.
Essentially, they're very crude dot patterns for, I guess, somebody to figure out as to what constellation they are, as well as if they get bonus points in the puzzle if they can identify which planet or star system these constellations come from in the end. So it's a memory test game for herself.
Can I attempt to play this game?
It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, what would I need to roll?
Yeah, so I think this is probably going to be a logic.
Okay.
I would say logic plus
navigation.
I think that's not really that far of a stretch. I think you could definitely roll navigation.
Okay. I think that's it. That's the only thing I got. So that's a
3d6.
Yeah. Nah, average probably.
10. Okay. Yeah. So when people do these puzzles, is it sort of like an IQ test where you're timed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like a speed or typing test, but it's more of a memory to figure out what the constellation is instead. So.
Okay. So we'll say that Ferris does okay. He's probably like slightly slower than normal. but maybe just a few seconds before he finishes the puzzle.
Congratulations, you have scored a C-. Fare better next time.
No, I need to do better than that.
Would you like to try again?
Yes.
Okay. And I start up a new constellation different.
There's probably do you have like a little sound that you play like before the puzzle starts, like a little chime or something?
Yeah. On your mark. Ready? Bing.
Ah,
He's scratching his head a lot. He's just pausing and stopping.
what is that? I don't know. What is that? No, it goes there and goes there and
Is what's her name just behind him going like, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. No, look there."
Pretty much.
look at there.
Yeah, it's definitely Atalanta is for sure like throwing you off your game, and she's enjoying it thoroughly.
You try it.
Bing. Congratulations, you have scored a D-. Unfortunately, worse than your previous logged score. Stored. Better luck next time.
What a fool!
You tried Atalanta. See how well you do.
Very well. She sort of walks up and she says, "It's this button."
Are you ready?
Well, I would like to understand what I'm push. Ah! And yeah, so she gets started. She's also got a 3d6. I don't understand. Is it this button? Why won't you tell me?
Test over. Congratulations.
Ah!
A
This
F+.
thing is broken.
You will do better next time.
Oh wait, I won that one.
She punches the terminal. This terminal appears broken.
I'm gonna try to port into one of the wall ports and be like, calling service droid.
Yeah, and there's like a little droid that starts to like pop out of the wall, like starts to like go on over, and you can see like these little
It makes it like a Fifth Element with a little like
yeah.
glass.
It's got like the little lights and stuff flashing on it, like moving all about, and like the little tiny screwdrivers, like
Yeah, standard Spartan countermeasures.
yeah. Well, if we're done here, perhaps I can continue running.
Yeah, you can go run. I'm more the star charts. I want to learn more about them.
Fine, learn more about the stars. And she says, I'll see you tomorrow for our shift.
Yeah, 0700.
Early. And she starts to trot off.
Yeah. And I just kind of like lean. I was like, "Is there any way that you can put this like on a personal data pad for me?" And actually, like, can you actually put all this data, like the star charts that you have scanned in the local area that we have, since we've been kind of here idle in what you've learned so far? I think that'd be really good. I need to learn as much as I can with this area.
So, like, you can hear the droid start making, like, lots of weird noises, like... And, basically, on your comms panel, Betty, your little comm badge, you get, like, a notification, and you get a comms from Chief Van Zant. Hey, Betty.
Right, so,
Are you awake?
well, yeah, of course I am.
All right, good. It looks like we got a panel malfunction over at, let's see, B102.
Oh, come on, that's not my section.
Well, it is now.
bugger. All right, fine.
Everybody else is busy. I'm more important. I mean, other things.
Right then, that's fine. Okay, I'll get right on it. See you later.
Okay. Now I'm not sure. This is kind of like nighttime for the ship. Because they just impose just like a cycle for people to stick to, and I guess you're just kind of on the late shift tonight, and you walk over and you can see somebody you recognize, Ferris, talking to this small kind of, would you say cylindrical?
So I would say definitely not really much of like a bulbous head on top, just very rounded with thick robot legs.
You have
Oh my
eyes?
god, do you look like Dusty Bin?
It's like the EV screen on the front,
Okay.
essentially to do some sort of emotion to feel, but that's it, or to show to
I
relate.
need you guys to Google Dusty Bin because
Dusty bin. Okay.
Okay.
it's the first thing that popped into my head. Anyway,
It sounds like a sex position.
Oh no.
no, it's a character from old British TV.
That's a
yeah.
very British-looking character.
The big honk nose.
I'm sorry, to me you're now at Dusty Bin. But anyway, yeah. Right then. So who broke something? What happened?
Immediately,
Oh, hello, Fuzzball. How you doing?
immediately,
Oh,
I think
no.
immediately, Ferris, like the hair on the back of your neck, like just sticks right up.
Well, fancy seeing you here. How are you then, eh?
Hi,
What have you
Betty.
been up to?
Well, I was on a run, but then I accidentally
really?
ran into this droid, and we're talking
Alright.
about star charts.
Good evening.
Hello. All right, I'm Betty. Nice to meet you. Right.
Yeah, there's basically just like a fist, like imprint, like into one of the panels. Like the metal is just kind of buckled a little bit. There's like circuits sticking out.
Is Atalanta still here?
Mm-mm.
Sorry,
Alright,
she ran
she's-
off.
Right. Oh, I see. We got a 410 here. Right. All right.
410 code for Spartacus problem.
Yeah. I recognise those knuckle prints. Ooh. Who'd you piss off then?
I didn't piss anyone off. Not this
Right.
time.
It was you. What do you do?
I tested the Spartan on their chart abilities. This is what they scored. And it shows an F on my facial screen.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. All right. All right, hang on. Let me just Okay, so I'm just going to quickly unscrew the panels. All right. Ooh, that's buggered. Right. Okay, here we go. And it's just, spend 5 minutes fucking about with a couple of minutes fucking about with the wires and just take this entire wiring loom out and slot a new one. There we go. Right. So puzzles, you say?
Yes, I store constellations and star maps for testing of training of the quote-unquote brain, as I learn now, of all races.
That sounds interesting. You might mind if I have a go.
Sure, if you'd like. Are you ready?
Well, sort of. I haven't had any coffee recently, but so
3,
I'm bound to do
2,
badly. But
1.
Oh God! Right. What do I
Just
roll?
like making everybody nervous.
Oh bugger! I'm not ready. Right. What am I rolling? Whack.
You're rolling a logic plus. Do you have any kind of thing that would help you with navigation?
Computers 0G.
Nah, I don't think so.
Mining. All right. So just...
It's just logic. 3d6. An 11. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think average is a 12.
Well, it's not bad considering, Right.
Congratulations, you scored a C+.
Right. Well, what did he score?
Favor. He scored a C- and D-.
Wait, did I score more than him?
Hold on. No, let me do it again.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait, let me no. I'm not letting Betty win this one. Hold on. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, losing is the winner of blowy, all right?
No. I am You know what? I'm gonna roll good when it matters. That's how I'm feeling about it right now. Jesus Christ. All right. I'm just getting overly frustrated. I'm like, yeah, no, it's there. No. Why?
So funny.
I need to download this game.
Does that mean you gotta give me a blowy then?
No.
Oh wait.
Oh.
Bing. Congratulations, you scored a D plus. May I ask what a blowy is?
I'll tell you when you're older. It's fine. It's not something you've got to worry about.
I
Don't worry about it.
am 22
Probably.
years of age.
Yeah. When you're older and have more, juicy bits.
Noted. Ask Betty about blowy later.
Oh God. All right. I don't know what.
Do you want to play again?
I do, but what time is it right now?
It is roughly 3:45 a.m. on chip time. I don't know. Just saying.
What
whatever.
bloody-
Sounds perfect.
I figured I would be ported in, so I would know. So.
Sure.
No, I'm gonna try to get a little bit more sleep.
Sleep for the week.
I was clearing my head about stuff.
Do you want any company then?
No,
No? All right, then. Fair enough. Right.
Betty, we've all heard about the rash.
I'm fine. Look, I'm fine. Right.
No,
look.
no.
Look. See?
No.
Everything's working order. Tip top.
We're good.
Bloody slander is.
I've seen too many people cry around you. That scares me.
With happiness,
Especially one of them
alright.
was a senior chief.
He knows what he did.
Thick is just sitting here watching you guys like so confused. She's all logic and nothing like this, so she's just like trying to compute everything at the same time, and it's not working.
You organics and your glands.
I know.
Is there any way you can send me that program?
If you have a personal area, I can upload it to a personal computer device.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's go to my stateroom.
After you.
All right. You mind if I come too?
Yeah, you can come along.
Is he gonna walk? So he's super tall. Is he gonna walk really fast?
He's not
No,
super tall. He's
Okay.
how tall are you? Like 5 what?
Did I run on here? Let me see. I believe, if anything, I'm 5, like 4, 5.
I think you're about 5'4". It's yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere like I'm gonna say 5'5".
Felines aren't like super tall.
Okay.
I think they're the
No.
same. I think they're. I actually want to say I thought that they were the same size as humans, but let me check.
Okay.
I mean 5'5". Sounds about right. Sounds
Felines
about
are,
right there.
felines are often beautiful to the eye and move with a graceful acrobatic purpose.
Except when they are half asleep.
Yes.
Wow, I thought it said it, but I guess not. I think they're just kind of maybe a little bit smaller than humans.
Yeah, I'd say
They're
5'5".
definitely slimmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ferris kind of walks off. And I guess you give him like your contact information or whatever.
I do? Okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to follow him or not.
No, I wanted.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
Step.
We're all going to his room.
We're all going
Please
to my room.
slow down.
Is Betty just like
The little
following, like even though she hasn't been invited? Like-
No, he said like
She asked.
Oh, okay.
She asked, so I was like, "Yeah, you can come along."
Okay.
Right. Never had a
She
threesome.
wants to see where all the officers. She can.
Betty,
Sure,
Sure.
what
Later.
do you- what is your role on this ship?
Oh, I do maintenance and repair and stuff like that. Also, I do a bit of science on the side as well. And I make the mad professor his tea as well.
So somewhere you could, like, I think Peachy right now just got like a shiver like on the back of his neck. Like,
Hey,
And
Betty
that
helped to
poor
make
old
the
scientist.
yeah.
Hey, Betty helped design the containment thing for that bug thing. So science, motherfuckers.
I do
Science.
science.
Yeah,
Science.
practical engineering, sciencey type shit.
Absolutely. All right, so you guys head to Ferris's room.
But it's absolutely not her fault if it escapes.
And why don't we take our first break? We'll take our first break here, and we'll be back in just a little bit. And we'll see you then, guys. Back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned for some more Turn Order Warped, Season 2, Episode number 9. Back in just a little bit.